Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump back into the action, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting us a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month. And if you are interested in joining our community, you are more than welcome to do that. You can do that list from our Patreon down below. And if you're interested in joining any of our games like this one, we do have open slots available. We have an open slot in this game, an open slot in the Friday early game, and an open slot now starting this month in our Saturday weekly game as well. So if you're interested in any of them, reach out, talk to me, let me know how you feel, and we'll see if we can't find one that suits exactly what you need. Alrighty. Hey, Corvus. It's been
Yeah.
a while.
Eventually so we started on the boat where we managed to, after several minutes of titillating, not combat, not fight the dragon turtles that were attacking us. And so we not acquitted ourselves very well. After a bit of a Q&A for what the real story was here with all of us coming to Islecross with the captain, we eventually decided to get IDs forged for most of our party, with the sole exceptions of me, who had his shit prepared, and Argon, who we had to smuggle because he had to be such an identifiable bastard. Once we landed, there was one prisoner on one of the other ships, I think, who I vaguely recognized but couldn't put a name to a face. And then after that, me and my friend, Lord Hiram Jennings, met up with Wardlow to talk about trying to get that cure for him from the, what's it called, the Frigid Woe. Of course, part of those people were like, yeah, we don't actually have that for you, but we know where to get it. And we're like, dick move, but okay. So today we are going to be going off to get that. Now that Argon can go out in public, now that he's dressed as a barbarian.
So, Fordrum, I would like you to roll me a disguise kit check.
I don't have a disguise kit. I have leather working.
I have the disguise kit.
Yep.
Oh, so Fordrum, you're the one who can make the outfits. Sinclair's the one that can try to make him pull it off.
Right.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right, so Fordrum, roll me leatherworking, please.
What attribute?
Charisma.
Oops. Sorry.
13. That's pretty good. Sinclair, you are given the proper materials to work with. Go ahead and roll.
Is this with advantage or no?
He didn't roll high enough to grant you advantage. He just rolled high enough that it's proper equipped.
Okay. And then the advantage that Argon gets is from the moon or the Moonweaver, right?
Correct. That'll be his advantage
Okay.
at some point.
All right, here's my disguise kit.
When he has to roll his deception check. 16. Not bad. Setting the DC to 16. So, Argon, welcome, Asa. Argon, you are strapped up in these large but warm leathers that bind to your body and contort in places where muscles should be, outlining you to have a bit more of a physique than you really do, and a little bit of bundled wolf furs over your shoulders to just make you look more the part of a mercenary barbarian.
I look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, big man.
We used some of the lining of the box to stuff my clothes and then make your muscles.
So, Argon, what equipment are you going to be able to keep on your barbarian person and still look the part? You need to go through and, like, check that out. Because a spell book is kind of...
Yeah, I'm not sure there's much of anything other than is there anything? The backpack. I can keep my backpack. Other than that, all I've got is a staff, robes, neither of which will work.
You can hold the stick. on
Yeah,
your
but I'm
back.
going to carry... Bishop loaned me his axe.
Yeah.
Sure he'd
Yeah,
have,
that's
like,
pretty much
2
all I have.
side
So,
pieces.
I can carry stuff for you in my belt.
well, we
Okay.
got to keep stuff in the box too.
I
We can
hold
put
on to
stuff in the
book,
box.
because I am a caster. If you'd like.
No, I'll keep the book in the backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that you
It's
want to
clear,
bring that
remember,
out
right
in front of
now-
anybody.
Right now, you're a butler to Corvus.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I'll shove... My backpack is somewhat of a extra dimensional space, so I'll just shove everything in that backpack.
Okay. Good.
The only
Keep
thing
in
I
mind
have are the
pulling anything
clubs.
out of it,
What?
which pulling anything out of the bag requires an action to do so.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
I will keep the stone on my forehead, though. There shouldn't be anything that intricately lets that know.
Yeah. There's a hood, leather hood you can put
Yeah.
up that just, like, barely covers it. Cool. Now you have to walk.
God. I haven't walked in... Like, really had to walk as a character in months.
Yeah.
Picturing those
Could be
knees
hard for
shaking.
Just all wobbly, carrying this big old axe I don't know what I'm doing with.
Oh, it's way too heavy for you. It's... Oh, wait. No, your carrying capacity is doubled, right? Because
Yeah,
you're a dwarf,
I
so
can
yeah, you're
carry
fine.
it. It's just
Yeah.
I can't wield it.
Yeah, but you got it. It's
If I try to attack with it, I'm at +0.
Who
'cause I
says you
don't
have to?
proficiency.
Who says you have to actually wield it? It's good
Well,
to just
that's
hold
true.
it.
It's all for appearances. If we get in a fight, that's not going to last for long.
just, just
Swings and the axe goes flying.
slams into Corvus's knee. What the fuck, man?
Argon, get angry. I can't cast spells like this.
We're working for that one level of barbarian. Just anyways. So it takes you a few hours to gather this outfit, get him set up. During this time, you all are all delivered your nightly meal that comes with the rooms you've already procured. The meal is a very thick, brown-looking soup that has chunks of potato, stringy meat, and looks to have a tiny bit of random seasonings to make it taste slightly less bland. And all of you are served this in a fairly large bowl that is piping hot.
As usual, Bishop does not eat it.
I'll eat it. I'll taste it, make sure it's not poison.
Mother always said, "Don't be picky when it comes to food."
It ain't good. It's not bad, which almost makes it a worse experience because it's also not good. It's just there. But it fills your belly, mostly with
Wonderful.
broth.
Yeah, at least we're hydrated.
I'd like each of you to roll me a d20.
Oh,
Who eats the food?
yeah.
Mine's got mealworms in it.
No.
Extra protein.
Mine does.
Corvus. Corvus. At the end of your bowl, you see that there is a odd-shaped foot. It looks like a rabbit's foot.
Hey, those things are lucky. Maybe you'll have good luck tomorrow.
I'm not having it now.
You want me to dry that for you, sir?
Yes.
I take the rabbit foot, precipitation it clean, put it on a little string, and then.
It is like the skeletal foot as well, like just
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm assuming it's been. I've just blanked on the word. Deferred. Skinned.
Yes, yeah. It has been
Still on a
skinned,
string.
and the meat was just consumed by all of you. So
Yep, still on a string though.
about an hour
It
after
sure
your
is.
meal, you all hear loud metallic footsteps walking down the hallway towards your rooms. It stops
want me to-
directly in front of Corvus's.
One moment. I walk up to the door, crack it open to see who it is. How can I help you?
It appears to be some appointed guard at this outpost, adorned in Zemnian armaments and furs around them. Lots of big, hefty scars along their face and body. And they have a chain on their side that has spikes on the outside of it circulating around it. And he looks at you and past you. Heard you're the one looking for spare meat while you're out there. Looking at you, Corvus.
Bad meat.
Yeah,
I believe he means
you need
the...
people to go with.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. The individuals we saw at the dock, I believe.
I'm Klaus. He pushes the door fully open and steps inside, roughly about 5'10", fairly stocky and built, but still a more applied physique, not like super strong, just somebody who's well built. And sticks his hand out towards you, Corvus.
I will take it.
Very calloused, very worn, leathery hands that are a little dry. It has like that scrapey sound with your clad hand touches against it. Referred to as the handler here. So I'll let you see our current shipment and wares, and you can pick out, I believe they said 5 of them would be reasonable for you.
Of course. Yes.
Help usually runs you about 5 gold a head, so
That should be perfectly manageable.
alrighty then. Follow me. He'll step out of the room and start walking down the hallway. All of you listen to his heavy boot steps.
Alright, as we walk by, I try to just give like a very quick little knock on each of their doors, just to let them know something's up.
I'm just right behind Corpus.
And to clarify, the walls in that shack you're all in are paper thin. You all hear one another unless you are deliberately whispering. Everybody heard this conversation.
Ah, okay.
Unless you had a literal negative modifier, which none of you have that.
So I'll look out, see them walking. I'm not going to follow, but I'll make my way into the hall and just sort of lean in the doorway and watch them go.
All right. You walk down the hallway, out the front door, and you see lined up in front of the building appears to be about 25 individuals. Ages range from older teens to late 60s, frail looking, chubby looking, most of them in clothing that looks very thin for the environment, but they have temporary wool blankets over top of them to make them look a bit more warm and kept. All of the individuals seem to be watching you, Corvus, as you walk out here, and most of them have begrudging looks, upset looks. A handful of them have very eager looks, like they want to be picked, and one of them in particular, the same one that you saw on the docks when you arrived, has a little bit of a smirk as he's looking at you.
How many are there in total?
15.
Oh, I think it's a 25. Eesh.
Oh, 25. I apologize. You're allowed to 25. So, please take your picking. Suggest you give them a
Any,
thorough examination.
Yes, I was about to say, any suggestions from yourself, or
My business isn't to do that. My business is to give these men an opportunity, and women, I apologize, an opportunity to work off their crimes here. You see, if they help you in this expedition, they're allowed to come back here, and we'll give them a sailing vessel back home.
Seems rather nice.
It's a work release program. Yeah.
is there any chance I could see if I recognize that one guy now, or
I'll allow you another history check.
fair enough?
And while he's thinking about that, I am going to make
No.
a note, my lord. The eager ones will probably be too eager to run. You know, they're going to be more tempted to flee the first sign of danger. Stubborn ones, though, they make good.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
I ain't gonna flee. Immediately after he says that, Klaus pulls off his chain with the large thorns on it and cracks it down across the ice, cracking across the area.
I mosey towards them as soon as that happens.
Well, that one's got
Sorry
some spirit,
about that.
sir.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's necessarily spirit that I like. Is there any way I could try to, ascertain who might be the most capable members of this lot?
Insight check.
So they're all criminals,
Damn.
right?
Every single one of them is a criminal. Yeah. Supposedly.
I'm going to ask a general question to a lot of them. So, how many prisons have you been in?
The majority of them hesitate. And then Klaus will. You may answer their questions when you're dressed.
I like to think Corvus is just getting ready to silence Sinclair if need be, because he sees a way that this might go.
Mhm.
So, You hear across the line, many of them say a few times here and there, one for the past 5 years, one for the past 2 years, one for the past 3 years, going all the way down the line. And then that guy who's been smirking at you, Corvus, says, been in one for about 6 years or so. Finally saw an opportunity to get out of my sentence. Master Astaroth.
Yeah.
When Fordrum wanders up, I'm going to look at Corvus and go, my lord, trying to pick?
Yes, I'm just not seeing anything I particularly identify in these prospects.
You know, it might be worth it to take all of them. We are going to have to potentially carry out so much of what we find.
Well, that would make my decision a lot easier. However, we were imposed a limit of 5.
Oh. Didn't understand that. Okay. Maybe we ask what they
200 gold. 200 gold, and you can have the lot if you wish, though you will not have any extra hands to keep them in check with you.
That many extra hands would probably have been necessary. 5, I feel we could keep a reasonable leash on ourselves, but
If I could make a suggestion, my lord. Back in Marquette, they say the longer someone's served in prison, the harder the crimes they did, the more eager they're willing for freedom.
certain logic to that.
There's one of
simply
the
ask you
older people who leans forward. 13 years.
Can I make an insight on him?
Go for it. He has a very wily eye to him, and he seems to be evaluating your equipments on each of you already. Kind of like someone who's has a background in combat despite his age. He's well past his prime of backing that up, but at least he would have knowledge of those things.
I like him, my lord. He could definitely assist me in the duties to care for your needs and the cargo we need to take out to the field.
Suppose we could take him. Still a few left to sort out.
Klaus waves his hand, and that the older man approaches over towards you. Klaus reaches into a box beside him and throws the older man furred boots and a large furred coat to now bundle up. Looks to be a little worn, blood's dried into it. Definitely a hand-me-down, but better than what he was wearing.
Anyone else catch your eye in particular, or just
Well, the wily one that knows you by name, you know, he at least
Yes.
respects your authority.
Maybe ask him what he did.
yes? I suppose it is time for that. You there? What's your story?
I got into a little trouble in our field once upon a time ago. And they didn't believe me when I said I did not kill them. Corvus, now roll me another history check.
Yeah.
This was the guy in the cell across the way when you were first arrested in Allfield. The one who saw Cade kill those guards.
It was in, not Allfield, that was in Zadash.
Yes, Zadash. I apologize. It's been over a year.
That's fair. I'm surprised I remember it.
Yeah. That one was Zadash. Allfield was when you met Reggie. Yeah.
Right, yes. You'll do.
Thank you, sir. And he'll step forward, and as Klaus is already reaching into the box, he just holds his hands out expectantly. Gets served his equipment and starts doning it onto himself.
I point to the female and say, she would help calm our barbarian friend when he gets angry about those books that you're always reading, my lord. Keeping him level-headed when we're doing fine detail work might be a good idea.
I'm a mother of 3. I know how to cook.
See? And she can cook too.
Fordrum has to turn away before he starts to giggle or throw up. I can't really tell which action would really come out.
Yeah, he knows we don't tolerate shit like that in our community, so he's not going that direction with it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's
But-
yeah.
Even so.
Yeah, the way
Might
you
I
phrased
ask,
that could have
madam-
been easily misconstrued. Fuck no. Like, not even a joking
No.
matter.
No, I'm not joking. I'm just trying to make the choice
Like a lullaby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I ask, madam, what your background is?
Murder. 3 people.
All right, sure.
My husband.
Do they deserve
The
it?
neighbors. I believe so. My husband was cheating on me with 2 of my neighbors. I caught them all at the same time. The axe just went through.
I'm a pest.
I like her.
3 birds, 1 stone.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I suppose that could be a handy skill set. I lean over to Fordham. I was going to ask you what's the one guy, but now maybe keep an eye on 2.
And she'll step forward very happily now that she's picked. So right now you have the old man who has some type of combat background. You have the individual that you recognize from Zadash. And you have the mother who murdered her husband for cheating with her 2 neighbors.
And if Heroes is getting
do
better
it.
all the time.
Yeah.
I will take a step over towards the slaver, and I'm gonna look at him and say, "Sir, how are you? Do you have more people to take on some of these people after this, just in case we want to pick more? How many days are you here? We're gonna start out tomorrow, but
Whenever we get a shipment in from the mainland,
Yep.
we usually have months that go by before people need more volunteers. I haven't heard of any excursions coming up, so they'd probably be here for a while.
my question is, when we get to where we're going, if we have to carry out so much, we might need more. So we're going to a mine, so that's why I'm here. You know.
You're welcome to procure as many of them as you want. They are more than eager to help work off their crimes.
I'm going to just take a quick look at whoever seems to be like the biggest guy in the lot. Or gal.
There's
Just
a
whoever
really
sees-
round really round looking half orc fellow, like chubby, pudgy, round, but he has that like body lifter physique or a fucking professional like, you know, weightlifter physique where he looks fat,
Like the kind of
but
guy who
underneath that
wrestles
fat there's
bears.
a lot of Yeah, yeah. He has that, but he also looks very docile and he's one of the timid ones.
I'll just. Why are you here?
I I tax evasion.
Huh.
Did he just say tax? I look at Sinclair. Did he just say tax evasion?
The Empire takes our taxes very seriously.
No, yeah, do not fuck with that.
In
I
Marquette,
just turned to
we
the
lop off
party and just.
their legs and put them in the forest.
You must learn the way of the IRS.
Corvus just gives like a little shiver, like, he's heard ghost stories.
I only got 2 more years. Served for.
Can you pull a box?
That's
Yes,
what we
sir.
really need out of you. You look
All
like
right.
you can carry more, so.
The nice thing is our box floats, so that's a handy thing. It'll make moving it easier for you.
I ain't much in the way of fighting though. I can pick things up. You need.
Well, like my associate said, we are planning to go to a mine. So, carrying things is a concern as well, not just combat.
Right. Right. Okay. And he steps forward now. You have your 4th pick.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, this shit, or
Sir, just take them all and we'll deal with them as we go. I'll keep them all in line, I'm sure.
That one. And I just point at the one on the end.
yeah.
Oh. You see Bishop and Sinclair point at that one at the exact same time. You see a very like scraggly looking, like very thin individual. Not like an unhealthy thin, like his natural physique is thin. Just like steps forward and smiles. All right, yeah, I can help.
What did you do?
Arson.
Oh, that's gonna be fun, sir.
I don't know how that skill set necessarily translates into helping out.
Can I see your hands?
Burn marks on his hands. Apparently not a very good arson.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna look at the guy on the other end.
Waves at you.
You got anything interesting?
Murder. Well, I got
How
a bigger
much?
body count than her. 6. And he seems very proud of that number.
Do anything interesting to them, or just
No, not some type of freak. I just stabbed them while they were sleeping.
while they were sleeping? Anyone could do that.
Nope.
The life of a highwayman. Immediate nope. The guy who was smirking at you steps up behind you, Corvus.
Yeah.
I think it would be wise to pick up the individual 3rd from the left over there. You see a guy,
He
he's one of
walks
the
up-
ones who looks pissed off.
I pause him before he gets within, 2 steps of Corvus.
Apologize. 3rd from the left. I would recommend, sir.
Gonna give him like a quick little inspection.
Well built, broad shoulders, bit on the hairy side, middle aged, like mid to late 40s human. Has a very stern look on his face, and out of all of the humans here, he is not really shaking that much.
Your story?
Last time I was up here, we found something. It made me go crazy. I murdered my guides.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard
Isn't that
this
right,
place does
Klaus? It wasn't my fault. But I've been
I
here
like you.
before.
Do they have long arms? Harpoon-like hands?
No. I heard a voice. It sounded reasonable at the time, so I murdered my guides.
Okay.
I found my way back.
that. Okay.
Bishop now points to that guy.
Yeah,
all
he
right.
knows the area at least, my lord. That's
Yeah, that's
better
my
than
fault,
any of
too.
us.
Right? So that'll be all of them.
For now.
Everyone else,
Yep.
get back over. And they all start marching away, and he'll hold his hand out expectantly for his coin. 25.
Oh yes, and I will pay it.
Pleasure doing business. If any of you need more, come on back. And he just starts whistling as he heads back over towards the holding station where all of them are. He opens the door and you see they do have rudimentary cots to lie in. It's not like they're caged or anything, but they are being kept there. Apparently, there's not a whole lot of fear for them to take off running randomly out into the wilderness, because where the fuck are you gonna go?
It's not worse.
So, all of you who have good on your alignment, I need you to give me a wisdom save. Only 2 of you. Holy shit. Okay. Forgem and Corvus, during this entire interaction, there's been a anger boiling in your chest towards the situation that you've been able to maintain. And towards the end of it, there's a fleeting sensation of the want to hurt Klaus that you managed to stave off.
Oh, we're not done with Klaus yet.
Oh
It's-
yeah, there's still the return trip. We got time. We can work it in.
Just so you know, I've made my peace because I told God I'm just going to need a minute. I'll get there, I promise.
All right, good.
But as we
Some-
walk back, I do sidle up to Corvus and go, it's a harder job, but we could have taken them all, which ultimately could have freed them all. But to be honest, I don't think any of them get out of this alive.
Yeah, although I do genuinely have to wonder how many of them, well, were just cold-blooded murderers. Kind of deserve this, at least at some level.
Most of us, the older human, seems to go over towards your side and immediately fold his hands in front of him while standing there. Allow me to say,
Yes.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, just repay me by not going crazy and murdering me.
Gives you a little smirk.
Poor Jim. Could you whip up a meal for these folks before we head out? We don't want them to die of lack of nourishment.
the moment you say meal, you hear in unison 5 growling stomachs.
Yeah.
Didn't the one lady say she could cook?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't think we're not in a facility where they can like cook and do their
Ah.
right? So immediately I'm like, yep, here we go. Do we have any bowls or any of that kind of stuff? Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, you guys
Nope.
have cooking utensils and shit.
It doesn't taste good, but
Somebody
it fills the hole, and I create food and water for twice as many people as there are in here.
The 5 of them will rip into it and eat it as quickly as possible.
And
The individual...
just so I'm sure, everyone else has gone away, right?
Yeah, they've already headed off. He got his payment. He doesn't care past that.
Okay.
The individual who recognized you from Zadash Corvus, he seems to be like slowly eating, like dipping his bread and just chewing slowly. More curious in you than anything else happening.
I'm going to just watch him out of the corner of my eye.
Would you like me to go get the guide, sir, that they told us about? If we're heading out?
Yes, I suppose that might be for the best.
I go to where
May I
the
ask
guard
which guide?
captain tower is, I guess, or the
Yep.
the facility that I saw earlier that he went into.
Heinrin is his name, by the way, the middle-aged individual.
Yeah.
Heinrim looks at you, Corvus. May I ask which guide you're going to have?
Do I know?
Corberta Horsewell.
Yeah.
I will say that because I didn't quite catch enough of it to actually say it.
Corberta Horsewell.
Okay.
Let me
Corberta
post her
Horsewell.
information to you all. She's distracted and goal-oriented. I skipped her over when I had her as my choice of guide.
We don't have another choice.
The big guy comes over. So where's the crate I'm supposed to be carrying for you?
Yes, great.
Are we gonna take that as a crate, or should we let your
Corvus
Hiram ride in it? Since I'm
Hiram's not
assuming
Traveling
you're not
with
going with us.
Oh, Hiram's going with you.
Yeah.
then he absolutely rides
He
in
ne-
the chair.
Yeah.
So we won't have a crate. Well, we'll still have supplies of some form, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
We got 5
Crate
people
can
to
still
carry
serve a
him.
purpose.
So, Sinclair, you head over towards the central building where the guard seems to be posted more. And around this time, you see a small halfling woman with a bit like draped over hair, kind of like messily over half her face, walk out the door with her nose in the book.
Excuse me, miss.
The bathroom's on the other side. And just like tries to
I'm
walk
looking
past you.
for our guide, Miss Horsewell.
Oh, she looks up at you. That's me. That's me. I'll be joining you in a moment.
Master
She looks at
Asaroth
you.
would like to make haste since the other lord is on limited time.
Right, yes. We need to go and find more of the serum. Yes, I'm coming. And she like walks past you and periodically looks up to keep making sure she's going the right way. Just nose in the book the entire time. She walks over towards your group and then finally closes the book. Hello, I am Gaborda Hoshwell. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ashtaroth. And she holds her hand up to Fordrum. Rotates towards you, Corvus.
I will take her hand.
Pleasure to meet you. I apologize. I was not given any descriptions about any of you. So we're
happens
heading
all the
out
time.
to the. She opens her book, then closes it, then opens it, and then closes it. We are heading out to the Utal al ruins. I probably pronounced that wrong. Does anybody here? Actually, shit, one of you does. Giant. One of you speaks giant in the party. Utal.
I speak giant.
Utala stands for the place at the end. Oh, that's good. Is that? Do I know you? Wrong button. Not that quickly. Just the wrong button. Just.
Do I know you?
Thank God she waited for
22.
that.
I am going to roll an intelligence check. 12. Corvus, I need you to give me a deception check advantage because the Moonweaver likes repaying people that help her people.
I thought we had a target of 16, but
Yay!
That was to discern it's a disguise. He drew her attention directly over to her. To him.
I did, not Corvus.
Exactly. That's
Oh.
You're the person that drew her attention by saying, I speak giant. And she looked up real quickly.
oh, so Argon has to roll the deception,
Oh.
right?
So yeah, so
I
why
didn't-
did Corvus roll?
Yes!
That's
I
my question.
apologize.
Okay.
Argon
That's
chose
right.
the roll at advantage.
That makes a lot more sense.
I apologize, guys. 18. I'm so sorry. There are so many of you. There was Tulan,
How did they how did they know
Talia,
to name at the end?
Argon, Kotia. That is something we are trying to figure out. It seems to have some type of civilization that lived there and believed that before their floating city fell down here, that they were apparently on the journey to the end of something. We're not quite sure what it was, but I plan on spending a large amount of time investigating it. Very astute, my tall friend. Did you know that giants were the original crafters of magic here on Exandria?
I thought they
zero
named it the
cut it
end
off?
because that was the end of our journey. How did they know that was the end of our journey?
Lady,
I do not know.
he's not
What?
he's not real anyway. Do you
They
know how many
definitely-
days travel it is from here?
If we make good time, minimal camping should only be 2 days.
2 days. Wow.
It'll be
okay.
difficult pushing. It'll be. I know a shortcut. It's a bit more dangerous, but we should be fine. It'll be difficult pushing that chair through the snow, though. And she rotates and keeps walking, even though the chair's just hovering there.
Right on.
She seems
Oh.
very unaware of her surroundings.
I'll
Alright,
push
lead
the
on
chair.
this. And I just get behind the
The
noble's
chair is physically floating. It's just she doesn't notice.
It works great if Argon pretends to push the chair, though. So.
Yeah.
Let me know when she's walked away.
We'll be leaving very shortly. I'm getting my things together over at the northeast or northwest exit. I'll meet you over there by the wall in about 5 minutes. Wiedersehen. And she heads over.
Argon, Be very careful. She named your whole family.
She, what?
Uh-huh. She was trying to remember people, and she named your sister and your brother and your mother and your dad and you. In case you missed it.
She's rattling off every Goliath she's ever met.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I missed that.
Uh-huh.
I thought she was rattling off a list of people that were coming on the trip.
Yeah,
No,
I was
no.
gonna interrupt her and say they definitely did come to an end.
That's why I played the dumb part.
Yep. Good dumb part. Keep it up. And I don't mean to be rude about this part, but maybe less talk is more until we get a day away from here and can kill her.
I don't know that.
Switch flipped.
No. I don't necessarily mean, I'm a tin cup away from making her a bell. That's all that I'm saying. It's a greater good moment for me. So.
Good
Yeah.
idea.
If she turns on Argon, I turn my blade on her.
I'm sure that won't be necessary.
Let's not forget,
It'll be a clean cut.
she is the researcher who's going to find the weapon that is going to cure our friend, but also kill as many people as they possibly can in their little war.
So we're doing a public service by getting the cure and then putting her out of her misery
I have
before
a
she can
feeling.
do war crimes.
I have a feeling she's just the worker, and it's Waldro that's the researcher, or Trent,
So,
not her.
question: are all of you having this conversation right out front of the barracks with your 5 indentured servants?
Oh, no,
around
no,
you?
no.
Or did you ask them to
No.
leave?
No, that's why I've been trying to figure out, when are we away from people? I didn't know that the indentured servants
Yeah,
are
yeah.
right here.
I mean, until you dismiss them, they are with you because you're their stipulation on freedom.
Ugh.
It's the only way to get out of jail for them. Welcome to the Empire.
All right. You guys stand right there for a minute. Come on. We walk around the corner for a second. I keep an eye on both of them, lean my face in, say the blah, 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 blah. Step back.
Yeah.
I guess we go wait at the gate for her, I guess. Unless we want to pick up some pickaxes. Y'all said something about mining.
That was a cover.
Oh.
So I guess you all are heading over there. You have everything that you desired?
We'll take whatever's left for material, and we'll cover up Hiram and put him in the chair under as many blankets as we can.
Are we gonna want?
Go ahead.
So I guess while we're in that little huddle around the corner, Master Jingles will pop his head up. Should we get them climbing gear or anything? Are they going to need anything besides the fur boots and fur coats they have?
It'll be slow, but we've got some climbing gear.
Right. Okay.
We have stuff.
For the extra 5?
Well, like I said, it'll be slow. So we've got a rope of climbing. We string that. I've got some gloves that can climb things really well. Sure, it can be attached to people, sutured up, stuff like that.
Nice.
I think
It's been a while since I've had to say get a rope.
Is there a tree outside the gate area?
No. This is an icy landscape of precisely nothing.
Okay. I was just wondering because we might want to give them some sort of stick.
I'm
You mean
picturing like
weapons?
Antarctic or Arctic, very like.
It's nothing out here. Just
Okay.
miles and miles and miles.
I didn't know if there were any like
Wind.
evergreens or anything like that, but no. All right.
Not in this area. No, this is nothing.
I also have this, and I reach and I pull out, and I have 6 pitons that are like Dwarven made from my cousin's shop. And I'm like, look at these. This can hold all of us. Each one of these. We'll be fine. We'll be
I
fine.
do have a quandary. How are we going to get across the lava? You think there's some sort of bridge network that they've built out here? Oh, the ruins are
You
a
don't
lot
cross
closer
the
than I
lava.
thought.
Yeah, you're Balin Post, and you're going there.
Just avoid the floor. We're good.
Yeah, we don't have to cross lava yet.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, you all take your leave over to meet up with her. As you get over to the front gate, she seems to have her nose in the book again, looking very closely at the pages, and doesn't even notice you all arrive, even though you're standing in front of her.
Can I make a perception to just kind of peek and see if it's all writing or if there's any pictures?
Sure, go for it.
If there's a picture, I noticed it.
There appears to be something on this page that looks similar to a honeycomb, but there's little arcane markings on each of the holes in the comb. That's the only picture you see.
As long as there aren't names like Argon, his sister, his dad, his brother on those
No,
honeycombs.
she's not writing. She's reading, just reading.
I know. I just hope that she never sketched those people that she knew and was. I was trying to decide if she was Reacher. I'm just making sure she's not looking him up.
I gotcha. Yeah.
That
This
was
book seems to be on magical inquiry, not like a journal.
Yeah,
keeping type
I don't
of
understand any of that, so fine.
Yep.
Can I see a glimpse of the cover of the book? Maybe it has a title or something, because I can read Paul writing.
It has a similar cover to that of Argon's original spell book.
Okay, so it's probably a spell book. Noted.
And Bishop just appears to be watching over the 5 that have joined us with his hand on the whip that he carries by his side.
One of your 5 people looks very uncomfortable, the woman, and just goes, oh, hi. Oh, yes, you're ready. That's good. Let us take off. It's a chair. You have a chair that's going to leave marks. We're going to
No,
have
it
to cover
won't.
up some marks. Oh!
Nobility has benefits. We made sure to
Oh, yes.
have a chair fitted for the good Lord.
Chairs with benefits.
I always said if I was to be reborn, I would be reborn a noble. That's a good. Okay, good. All right. We're going to be taking off. We need point made. For those of you that are with us, you and you. She points out the old man and the guy from Zadash. You two are in the front. You and you are on the sides. Points at the other two, the woman and the other man, skinny one. You're carrying the things in the back. That is very good. Then you carry the things in the back. We just need to add 1 crate to what you are carrying. She goes into her bag and pulls out a larger than the size of the bag crate and puts it on top. Fordrum, you recognize the smell coming from that a little bit? Roll me a nature check.
Nature. Okay. 14 for 13.
That smells like black powder. Your family uses it in mines to get through like thicker areas. Yeah, you smell black powder coming from inside of that crate.
I kind of wander up to that guy and I just say, "Be careful! Don't drop that one. You
Yeah.
can drop it in the snow. Don't drop it on a rock."
Be very careful, sir. Thank you. We're good.
And I kind of pat him on the arm.
Oh. Thank you.
Stay strong, lad. I'm gonna make my way up and look at Corvus and go, "Lord, I'd like to stay up with the people in front."
Yes. Good call.
Yep. Is the person from Zadash is in the front, right?
Yes, he is.
So I'm gonna go to his position.
He's up there with
in
the old
front.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to his position up there in the front, and I'm gonna say, "My name's Fordrum. You are," and I'm gonna get their names. And I'll say to the old man, if you drop back at some point, don't worry about it.
The names
You can just give me the one from
Are-
Zadash if you want.
Guilty N. Guilty and Lieutenant Kramer is how the old man introduces himself. I'm Lieutenant Kramer from the
Lieutenant?
Eastbourne Outpost.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir. Fordrum.
I've done marches, well, longer than most of them have been alive. I have to assume not you, so I will be fine.
Okay.
The other guy, Guilty is my name. I know the irony.
Uh-huh. Pardon my laughing.
Always have to see the humor in every bad situation. So how much do you know about this Astaroth that you are working for?
Quite a bit.
Are you close? Work for him for a while?
For a while. Once we start walking, I'll tell you stories.
Who knows? Maybe one day I'll tell you one as well. And he looks behind him over at Corvus and just smiles at him.
I do not like that.
My lord, would you like me to oversee the goods in the rear?
Yes. Do. Make sure that they don't get mishandled. Especially the ones that blow up.
Yeah, I basically have the half orc guy put the boxes down, pick up the gunpowder, and make that the bottom crate. That empty crate can go on top.
All right. So, you start traversing out there, and for once, Corberta puts her tome away in order to watch the landscape and pulls out a large sheet of paper or parchment that's very wide with scrawlings of different landmarks of the local area around you. Because she is so much smaller than all of you, Bishop, Corvus, and Argan can all look over her head down at the map and see it perfectly. A very detailed map with multiple points of interest marked all across Isocross. Sorry, not all across. It seems to stop around here. Nothing else traversed further away. She's looking at it carefully and looking up at the sky and area around you and keeps going off of her notes to make sure you're heading the right way.
Yeah, I'm just watching her from back here and where she puts things.
She'll point somewhere on the map. Immediately head east. And she starts walking east. Fordrum from up front, roll me a perception check. You just had a very close call. You stepped onto segments of icy drift that started cracking under your feet, literally as she said that. She almost made you go north a little too far.
Oh. Interesting. All right. Watch our steps, boys.
Lieutenant Kramer looks over at you. Do you have a stick, a staff, or anything?
I got these.
Like that?
I dig into my pack and I pull out 2 horns. Sorry, I only got 2 of these.
Horns?
Yeah, they're the last 2 horns from some creature that we killed. They I think they're because I got 2 horns and 4 big teeth. The rest are smaller. It might be from that dragon, the white dragon.
All right. You offer those, and he just shakes his head. I was going to use it in front of us to watch our step.
Yep.
Can't trust that guide very much.
Yep, I know. I start stabbing the ground in front of him too.
All right. Guilty keeps attempting to drift backwards, but you keep noticing him.
Mhm.
He's trying to be sneaky, but he's not doing a very good job at it, apparently. The mice have decided.
Do I hear them say they were looking for a stick?
No. The sounds of the winds out here nullify everything that's not within 10 feet of you unless it is loud.
Okay.
And your band seems to be traversing, I'd say, probably like 30 feet from end to end. You're in the back, so you can barely make out when words are being shared in the middle.
Okay.
After the second time of him dropping back, I'm gonna make my way up next to him and I'm gonna say, listen, if you have a problem with Corvus, I understand it. But right now, he's your only chance of getting out of here. So put it away for a long time. And besides, he's the best fighter of all of us. He will save your life if it comes down to it.
A noble of the Empire saving one of our lives. I agree with you. He's my best chance of getting out of here. And I have no ill will towards him.
Okay.
Just want to have a talk. Can you
You'll get that chance.
try to allow us to have a talk?
You'll get that chance. It's not going to be soon. It might not be on this trip.
I should make a strong suggestion that we do have a talk on this trip before we get there.
Done. But patience will be a virtue in this situation.
Thank you. So, continuing your journey out here, Fordrum, at one point you see, to the north of you, that area that you kind of subverted and you're walking around, there's a large whirling of wind that kicks up out there, forming temporary twisters that move through the area and just keep going. They're 5 or 6 miles away, but you still notice that, yeah, the wind's kicking out here really, really harshly.
Mm-hmm.
But after about 5 or 6 hours of journeying on foot, you come up to what looks to be a frozen over landscape that has these hilly drifts that go downwards deeper towards the earth creating canyons for you to walk through. When you approach close towards it, the wind seems to have ripped away all of the snow and reveals ice encapsulating this canyon that has bits of frozen over flowers, flora of all varieties attached to the stone in this canyon. It is beautiful and confusing to most of you. As you are approaching over there, Corberta looks at her notes. We have one more hour of travel before we get to a rest point in the canyon. Let us begin moving in. Lieutenant Kramer shakes his head. Scheisse.
Hang on, boys. I pull out a rope and hand it to the two of them and go, if we got to go down this, go for it, and I'll hold back here.
After you, Lieutenant. He hands the rope over to him and curses and starts wiggling his way down there slowly. The slope is pretty steep, but once you get down about 50 feet or so, it levels off inside of the canyon for you to keep wandering through. But you're now 50 feet below the tips of this area.
Good. Probably a little wind protection down here.
Yeah. After that, Kramer then goes down, and I assume you'll be third, Fordrum?
Yeah.
All right. One by one, everybody uses the rope to go down there. Corborda looks at it, starts running down the hill, and as she's about to trip, she just misty steps and lands at the footing. That is better.
I'm going to
I
use
wish
the
I could
rope.
magic teleport.
I'm going to use the rope of climbing to lower the boxes down.
Mhm.
Basically, the ropes will
very
wrap
good.
around tightly and lower gently.
She's looking at the different pathways inside of the canyon, which weave and wind in different odd directions as she keeps reflecting the landscape with her map and looking confused, and then back to the map, and then confused, and then back to the map. I just try, and starts heading in one of the directions.
Do I feel like this is a correct direction? Like, did she suddenly turn west or something, or east or something like that?
You would have to be able to see the map to know that, and you're up in the front.
Oh, okay. I mean, she's steering us, so I just wondered if I could make a survival check to know if we've just turned in a strange way.
Oh, that you could do.
Seems good to me.
You did start moving in a strange way. 10's pretty good. Like for an average survival. You did move in a strange way, but that would be the second time today that you would do that. The first time was to circumvent the cracky landscape, so who knows if she knows what she's doing at this point.
Yeah, I know. All right.
But anyways.
Does this seem right to you? I asked the guy from ZODIAC. I asked Guilty.
Guilty looks over at you. I'd have to say, this is not my area of expertise. The lieutenant, under his breath, no, this is not right.
What do we run into if we go this way?
This is a perfect ambush spot. Putting ourselves down inside of a thin canyon, we can't defend ourselves against anybody who would attack us from up top or anything. Our goal should be move over the canyon, not through it. I assume she's just a little afraid of climbing.
Yeah. Math people, they like the straightest distance between 2 points. It's not logical. It's just math.
One more hour of traveling out here, going up and down all of the landscape. You're all fairly hardied adventurers that have spent a good amount of time traveling long distances in cold climates. So one day of travel is not enough to make you start becoming exhausted yet. You're fairly hardy at this point. You should be okay to at least endure one day. So, at the end of this journey, you come over towards a crossroad. And she looks left, looks right, and points directly center. That would be our campsite.
On the road? We're right over there?
Yeah. We can see all three directions. We will set up watches with whoever wishes to take them. The nobles can stay with me. And she begins pulling out her spell book and ritually casting Tiny Hut.
Now you're just doing it to taunt me.
Hiram looks at you, Corvus, from the chair. Should we insist that your friends join us as well? Corvus, you're muted if you're talking.
Didn't realize. I said I would like that very much. Yes.
Excuse me, Roberta. Would you mind if we bring a few of the personal guards into whatever means you have of safeguarding us? The extra body warmth would do me good. No, additional body warmth would not be able to cool you. Magically inside, your core body temperature is lowering and will not exceed a certain degree, no matter what. But if it would give you the illusion of safety, I suppose you could pick a couple of them. Preferably the big ones. Points at Bishop and Argan.
I give the two of them and Signal to try to get closer, and then I'm gonna try to let Fordrum and Sinclair know as well.
Let me help set camp for people, though.
Yes, cool. No, you know.
I try and make a little campsite like I saw Hedge do.
Survival check. Look at that. You learned something.
I'm going to whisper to Corvus and say, if
Critical success. Thank you, Hedge.
we set up the boxes, I could make another hut with the help of our barbarian. Him keeping me warm.
I think for the moment we'd rather play a little bit closer to a little bit more closer to the chest with some of our abilities. I think
Somebody's gonna have to stay outside with the other guys, anyways.
that is true.
I'm actually the best to stay outside because I'm the most acclimated to the weather. Sinclair's probably the least.
Actually, I have a lot of ways to stay warm.
He's literally a half giant.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, Corvus. But somebody's gonna have to. You can't leave the other people out here alone, anyways.
That is true.
I'll volunteer as well.
Well, if you're volunteering, then so that they'll settle that.
So, are you trying to sneakily set up a tiny hut, or Fordrum, the tent that you were constructing? You remember that night very, very well. So you can reenact and recreate everything that he did in order to create a survivable living space for individuals to safeguard themselves from the storm and weather.
Great.
You even know that piling snow on the sides of the tent insulates it even better, so you end up doing that.
Yep.
It's
I remember that.
admittedly about 10 to 15 degrees warmer inside the tent than it is outside.
Yeah, I'll even do something like... Well, wait a minute. One of them doesn't do anything. Sorry. Sacred Flame, I think, does nothing. So...
Use green flame blade to make a small fire.
Alrighty. So, she erects her tiny hut, allowing Corvus, Bishop, and Argon, if he so desires. But Argon, are you swapping so Sinclair can go in there?
Yes, I'll swap so Sinclair can stay in there.
Yeah, and Bishop's going to
That's
do
fine,
his
she'll,
usual with Fordrum.
Oh.
Giving him the stone.
Oh, you're going to disappear for the night? Okay.
Still don't know
So
how he does that.
Corvus and Sinclair are the only people in the hut, then.
And I'll just tend to the nobles.
Alrighty. So, inside of the tent with Fordrum, Argon, and all of the other individuals, you notice that Guilty pulls out a deck of cards from seemingly nowhere.
Hmm?
I suppose you all know some passing games, correct?
Nope, not a one.
Really?
A few.
You're not in that tent. You're in the hut.
Oh.
Hut.
My mistake.
Remember, you're the safe one here. You left your wizard out there with the cleric. Oh no!
You mean our barbarian?
I'm sure that'll be fine.
Well, that's a little unfortunate. Lieutenant, you want to play again? No. I just want to get this job done. Curiosity. What are we looking for? So I know what better to keep my eye out on.
It's mine.
What in the mine?
I don't know that we're sure about that. I think
I don't know
it's
that we've
maybe
been told.
fungus, spores.
Okay. I will keep my eye out for anything like that.
Hey, and if you see it, don't get close to it, because if you inhale whatever it spews out, you can get the freezing thing that noble back there has.
Very good. Thank you. Fordrum. And what was your name? Big fellow?
Hiram. You're so bad at lying. You just made up the other guy's name. Argon forgot to prepare one.
Harem.
Yeah.
All right, deception check on that one, please. Oh, that's a 12. I did not mean to offend any of you. I want to get this done so I can go home.
We understand, Lieutenant. We're going to do the best we can with you, I promise.
The big guy looks at all of you and seems to be a bit fidgety right now, just, uncomfortable in the tent with everybody here.
Just let it pass, brother. Don't worry about it.
There's a tiny squeak that comes out.
I feel like I need to make a con save. Yeah, I think I made it. Just to not bust out laughing at Harem. That's just too funny. Fordham just smiles.
So,
half-assed. Argon, can't.
Captain got in my head. I doubt my ability to tell any lies.
The half-orc will kind of look at all of you. I'm not a bad person, by the way. Not that any of you guys are bad. I just I could keep watch first. If you're scared someone's gonna, rough you up in your sleep or something, I won't.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Just, big people usually think I'm the mean type. Sure, you get it, big fella, but you look the mean type.
Yeah, everyone always thinks I'm the mean one.
Right.
To be fair, well, never mind. None of us are really the mean one. Sort of.
I'll take second watch.
I'm on first from the hut. I'm just watching from out around.
Alrighty. Hey, guys. Roll me that d6 to see what today's events are going to be.
Oh no! I rolled it last time. Someone roll it this time.
I'll roll it. See what happens.
At least we didn't get another noble to have to worry about.
That'd be funny. I too am looking for a secure.
Whoa, what a coinky dink.
How many nobles can we fit in one tent?
Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3.
All right, mage, get out of the tent. The nobles have priority.
The tent doesn't work that way.
The evening goes by very easily. Nothing stops any of you from your rest. During the night, there's only one moment when Sinclair and Fordrum are both roused from their slumber at the sound of a very hollow sucking sound echoing.
I step outside looking for it.
Roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna roll with advantage because I still have my inspiration from recap last week. That really did not help much.
Hey, it helped. It's really windy and drifty and dark. It's hard to make out anything out here, honestly. Just, you don't notice. But it's fine. It roused you for a moment and you can easily just go back to sleep. Morning rolls around. Kaborda is one of the first individuals awake, as she simply just slept through the night under the safety of her well, magical safety net that she has. As the tiny hut expires, the wind settles slightly. The drift of the snow seems to stop. And you all begin hearing just hollow breathing echoing through these canyons.
Lieutenant, what is that? Any ideas?
Nothing that sounds good. Do we have any spare weapons? I will hand
can
it back
create
once we
one for
feel
him.
safe.
I'm going to use my Pact of the Blade feature to create a temporary weapon for him.
Your Pact of the Blade disappears if it's out of your hand for longer than a minute.
My Pact of
And
the
it
Blade
only
is an
works on
actual
you.
weapon now.
Roll the ability in chat. We'll go over it. All right, I'll get the ability up.
Yeah, I was pulling it up. As long as he's within 5 feet of me for a minute, like if he
You
goes
can choose
further away from me for a minute, it disappears.
You can use your action to create a packed weapon in your empty hand. You choose that form that this melee weapon takes each time you create it. You are proficient with it while you wield it. This weapon counts as magical for the purposes of overcoming immunities and stuff like that. The packed weapon disappears if it is more than 5 feet away from you for 1 minute or more. It also disappears if you use this feature again. If you dismiss the weapon or if you die, you can transform one magic weapon into a packed weapon by performing a special ritual while you are holding the weapon. You perform the ritual over the course of 1 minute. You can then dismiss the weapon, shunting into an extra-dimensional dimension. Create your packed weapon, therefore, and it appears whenever you create it, therefore. You can't affect an artifact or a sentient weapon in this way. The weapon ceases being your packed weapon if you die, if you perform a 1-hour ritual. All right, so that'll be your one weapon. Meaning you will not have your weapon, Sinclair.
My weapon is a
And if
magical
he's-
weapon. I would just have to break the bond with it. Because
Yes,
the next line
so you're
says
going
I
to
can
give
break the bond.
him, and if he's ever further than 5 feet away from you, it goes away. Meaning he has to literally
For
be next
more
to
than a
you
minute,
forever.
yes.
Right. So that's what you're giving him? Just clarifying?
I still have my blade. I'm just breaking the pact with it to create a new
And
blade.
creating
for
a
it.
different one and handing it to him. Gotcha. All right, so you are no longer there. Alrighty. He'll take it and begin moving.
Yeah, I just let him know. Just make sure every minute you're at least within 5 feet of me, or you lose it. You got a whole minute. Just stay close.
So you all begin traveling. Kaborda hears the sounds finally of the
Yeah, something was sucking last night. I'm not sure what it was. Are there more cannibals out here?
servants, all of you to the helm, up ahead. Your personal guards, how capable do you think they are, Corvus?
The ones that I travel with, I know to be quite capable. The others, well, we'll all find out.
Right. I think we don't want to risk losing them, and this seems to be a
No.
hungry. So I'm going to ask all of them to stay further inside of that little area there. All of you, servants, there, go now. And whatever is hunting us, we will allow to come to us. Here.
You want me to ring the
Ready
dinner bell
yourselves
for
with
it?
defenses.
No.
No. That would be a terrible idea. If it somehow goes past us, we want it to. Things out here are not easily handled. And she waves her hand, and you watch as a mage armor just goes over her body. All right, everybody, be very quiet. Everybody stealth check.
No.
I know.
Stealth. -9.
Yeah, nice.
Ding 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 ding.
Do
Somehow
not
the
want.
two of you step on one another's foot at the same time.
Oh,
As you both exclaim, "Ow! Shit!" And everybody rotates towards you like, really? You hear the heavy breathing continues. Now there appears to be 3 sets of it. Allow me to bring you all over to the battle map. The heavy breathing seems to be emanating from this direction over here and this direction over here. I would like all of you to please roll me initiative.
my roll 20 decided to spaz out for a second, so it's just. Yeah, I've got to load.
Oh, that's poetic. The lonely and the hungry.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. All right, so just waiting on Corvus.
Almost there. It does not want me. It does not want me getting in.
Are you using Chrome, or
Yep.
are you using? Don't use Chrome. Chrome is the
Right.
worst thing to use.
I always use Chrome. This is the first time it's given me any kind of problems.
Well, you rolled a natural 19
Oh,
plus 2. Yeah, you did a good job. Sorry, I just want to get the combat.
No,
roll.
no, I
Once
get
you're
it.
in, you'll.
now I'm in.
Perfect. Speaking of being in, you're first.
Cool. Let me just pull up my sheet.
Yep. You hear the breathing coming from this direction and this direction.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move to block up this entrance, and just hold my action for as soon as I see something, I'm gonna hit it.
You're gonna bonk it.
I'm gonna smack it right on the schnoz.
Bishop.
And that's all we can see. And was the sound coming from just
Here?
Okay, that way. Yeah.
And here.
Okay, so both directions. Just not okay.
Yep.
I am going to move to here and hold my action. Wait. Yeah, I'm going to hold my action to do Eldritch Blast if I see something approaching within 10 feet of a party member. Is that possible?
Oh, yes, you can. So if you see something approach within 10 feet of a party member, you're going to release in held action.
If it looks hostile, yeah. If it appears hostile. I mean, if it's like a,
Alrighty.
I don't know, cute little bunny rabbit coming up, yeah, maybe not.
Oh, so you'll trust the bunnies? Okay. All done?
Never trust bunnies.
Sinclair,
Silly
your
room.
go.
The noise came from the direction Corpus is blocking, and then south of Corbetta. Berta?
Yeah, over here and over here.
Alright, I'm going to move over here. So that's 15, 20. I'm going to look around the corner. I'm trying. There we go. Ah!
You see this very frail, thin-looking humanoid adjacent creature that has the bones of its spine shooting out of a very long neck that has an unhinged jaw that nestles right above its abdomen as it is looking out in your direction. So that's 25 feet.
Yep. I'm going to see if this works on it, I guess. I don't know if necrotic will work on them, but hey, we'll try. I'm going to use Chill Touch.
Uh, 17 just barely hits for 14 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, and I believe until the
There we
they
go.
can't regenerate hit points either.
Oh, good. You watch as the hand reaches over and goes through the individual who just seeming very unbothered by the attack. It hit, it dealt damage, but not very much.
And then I'm going to step back and go, there's something around this corner, and it's uglier than sin.
Alrighty. It goes running around the corner, screeching. Yeah, Fortune.
I just look confused when he says it's uglier than sin.
And then you see it around the corner. And it reaches out with this massive claw that hooks over and around where you are standing, Sinclair. Claw attack. 14 misses, I assume.
Yes, it does.
The claw gashes into the side of the stone and pierces into the ice as it rips it away and lets its jaw just move and swirl and whip around as it attempts to bite you. Dirty 20.
That will hit, and then I will reaction.
2.
Make a con save.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
10. It failed. It is poisoned for one round and blinded for the duration. So until the end of its next turn, it is poisoned and blinded. The bite attack dealt 8 points of piercing damage and 13 points of necrotic damage as the teeth just rake across you and it chomps a portion of your skin and the blood just seems to get slurped up into its mouth.
Does
Bishop,
it look
did you
like
want to hit
it's,
that one?
Yep. Please, thank you.
Does it look like
Go for
it's
it. It is not
regenerating?
healing.
Okay.
It is not.
Oh, that's because it
19
can't.
hits.
That's right.
All right.
Yep.
So, oops, wrong button. Dang it.
Oh, also it's blind, so you have advantage on this.
So,
All right.
fish for a
So
crit.
that's 6 plus 5.
Roll again. You might
sorry.
crit. You might crit, so roll
yeah.
again. Yeah, you're supposed to have advantage. It's blind.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Still 6.
6 plus 5 for the charisma bonus. So that's 11, and then
That that's calculated in now. You just rolled a 1.
oh, and okay, sorry, and then
Over
but
it,
4 for bludgeoning damage once per turn. So the fist comes out of an extra-dimensional space. Stone fist hits him, and I'm gonna move him. He gets 5 feet of movement for the fist that hits him, and then another 10 feet for the Eldritch Blast.
Throwing him back into that room. Fire off your next Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty.
And at your level, you have 3 blasts.
And
Roll
it
again.
is
He's still
at
blinded.
advantage.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay.
That hits.
And 7. That's still take it. All right.
And then your third
Actually, you know
attack. Advantage.
I'm gonna flip it to advantage, so it makes it easier for me.
Yep. 23 hits.
Awesome. Oh, he moves another 10 feet for that last.
He can't.
Against the wall.
Oh, he's against the wall.
He keeps getting
Yeah.
slammed against the wall.
That's right. For another 9. So that's respectable.
Alrighty,
I'm
now.
happy.
The other one comes raking around the corner towards you, Corvus, and held action goes off as you see the massive jaw. 24 hits for a total of 11.
11.
22 hits for a total of 12. Oh, wait, no, that's 11, 12, and 18 hits for a total of 15. So 11 plus 12 is 23, plus 15 is 38.
Nice.
Good round. Its turn. It's going to bite you. 19 to hit, misses. Claw. 24 to hit.
Is this categorized as a monstrosity?
It is. So
Then that's a
disadvantage still.
16 to hit,
All right, it misses
which
again.
misses.
Alrighty, that is the end of its turn. Fordrum.
The best shield in the world.
Do these things affect people's brains like magically, lady?
No, they fucking eat people.
Perfect. I cast Bless. And I'm going
On?
to cast it on the party members.
Alright.
So everybody gets a d4 added to their hits and saves.
Are you targeting Kaborda with it as well?
Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
5,
How many
6.
people?
7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
I didn't
11,
count
12.
her, but
Yeah.
there's 5 of us plus her, which is 6. I think I can hit. You bless up to 3 creatures within range. So I was just gonna do Sinclair since he's charged up in front of it. Corvus since he's engaged, and
Bishop, of course. Okay.
Yeah, and and probably Bishop. Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, you are now concentrating on Blessed. All 3 of them, you now feel a guiding hand helping you. Anything else, Fordrum?
I'm gonna move up so I'm within 5 feet. I'm gonna put myself between her and Sinclair, so I'm within 5 feet of both of them in case I need to help block.
Argon. Muted.
You're muted, Organ.
I'm gonna head over here and pretend to back up Corvus and not get in his way as he fights it.
So, dodge action?
Actually, well, wait a minute. How she's facing the other direction, right?
Yes.
I love it though. Dodge would be fun.
So I'm gonna like throw a fake punch at it with no real intention of hitting. And I will use momentary stasis because it's not actually a spell, so I don't actually have to, rattle off a spell to do it. So make it pretend like it's a punch, even though I'm not trying to land it. Like I stunned it with my massive punch.
You crack it in the jaw and.
My DC is 1 lower than usual because I don't have the staff, so it's 17.
13 failed.
Right.
I just love the fact that you're kind of like a pit bull on a leash where you bark aggressively, and the moment the leash comes off, you're like. All done?
Yes, that's it. That's all I can do.
All right, Kaborder is going to. You all seem to be doing very good. Yes. Big fella, get bigger. She's gonna cast enlarge on you.
That's not.
You
a
hit
giant
harder
friggin'
now.
waist.
You're
Not
the
wrong.
biggest one here. You just knock the shit out of that thing with your fist. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's targeting you.
Oh,
And
massive
she will back
beast!
up slowly.
You are now the tank.
Out of the way, little fish man!
All
I
right.
hope you can do that more
Corvus.
than once.
All right. I am going to land 6 attacks on this guy.
Hopefully land 6 attacks on this guy. Oh yeah, he's
Probably
stunned.
land.
You better land 6 attacks on this guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
he's-
advantage.
You get
He's
advantage.
stunned.
Oh, okay.
What were you
Technically,
saying,
he's
Arkin?
incapacitated. But I still think that gives him advantage. He's not technically stunned; it's incapacitated. I never remember what the different conditions do.
Incapacitated, can't take actions or reactions.
so
which
he does
means you
not
do
get it,
not
'cause
have
he-
advantage.
Yeah, he's
So-
incapacitated.
All
not
right,
stunned.
so
10
Four
misses.
more.
27 hits. 27 hits. 14 misses. 13 misses. Wow. 14
Yeah.
misses. I've never seen you miss so much before.
how have I?
So
He gave the recap.
15 plus 15 is 30.
That is such a blown action surge.
All done?
Yeah.
Bishop.
All right. Sinclair, you didn't cast a 5th level last time to see what happened?
No, I didn't cast a spell yet. I've only casted a cantrip before I charge in.
All right. I'm going to go for the. I guess I can only see the one that I hit last time, right?
Yeah, you can, if you can physically see it, you can see it.
And you still have advantage because it hasn't acted yet.
Yeah. All right. So we will do that. All right. Hits for. Come on. Lord, me and my ones. 10,
CX.
because 6 and then 4, the hand comes out, smacks him again.
Oh, wrong way.
I know he can't
Wrong
go
number.
in that.
Forgot.
Yeah, I was say, dang.
But I can move him 5 feet south with the punching. No, I'll leave him where he's at. It's fine. I'll just leave it there. I'm not gonna-
Oh, wait, I was fucking blessed. Damn it.
All right, next one.
Damn.
That hits.
Yeah, it's better. 12. And last one. All right, that hits. I'm assuming
That hits. Yep.
for 11. Nice.
Yeah.
And then I'm bonus action, I'm going to activate my ring.
Alrighty. All done?
And I am done.
Corvus, roll 2d4s, because only 2 of them had possibilities of hitting these guys. The first one for your 14, the second one for your 13.
And there was another
4 and
13, 14 in there.
Oh, roll one more d4, please. The 13 misses, 16 just barely misses. The 14 comes to 18, which hits. So 15 more points of damage.
Nice.
So the last two, or the 2 14s hit.
Yep, and then another 13 points of damage.
There we go. That's
Fortune,
more
feel
appropriate.
free to interrupt us to remind us that we have blessed. Whatever, just a lot of people
Yeah.
seem to forget it a lot.
You
so.
put red dots on everybody, so I assumed.
Yeah,
I actually made
that's
the.
what I tried to do.
I toggled it on in the gear, so I have blessed.
That's another
active.
option.
There's an
Sinclair,
option for that?
Yeah,
You can
it's
set it up.
under
Your
the
turn.
gear. Yeah, it's a show global attack modifier field, and it comes standard with blessed.
Cast a spell.
No, I'm going to first
Sinclair.
bonus action. No, I'm not casting a spell right now.
Come on, Gate. Let's
Sorry,
see what
my lord.
happens.
I'll take care of this one for you. Bonus action, mark it, and then I'm gonna come down here
Where did you just go?
and beat
Ran
him.
down in there.
Sit.
Okay,
Hmm.
so it is hexed with my Hexblade's curse,
Yup.
and I have advantage, and I have bless. So first strike.
Tw-
23?
23 hits. Yep.
All right. For a total of
And that
19.
deals 19. It does have blood.
Okay, so I gain 1 health back.
As soon as you gain health back, you notice this decrepit energy leaks out of its jaw and goes around its teeth and claws.
Seeing that
misses.
happen, I'm gonna shout back towards Fordrum. They get hyper excited when you drain them.
Yeah, don't do that.
I can't not do it.
All done, Sinclair?
That's my bonus action and my 2 combat actions that I get to do.
You see a very, very hungry look in its eyes. And now it has advantage on its attack rolls. And
still
if
blind,
it hits,
right?
it chunks. Yeah, so it straight rolls this turn. So claw first. 19?
I'm gonna let the claw hit.
Okay. You take 18 points of slashing damage. That decrepit energy rakes across you. You take 22 points of necrotic damage, and you are now restrained inside of the creature's grip.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep, the player remembers
Oh.
these. The character doesn't.
I thought the bite would be a lot worse.
Hang
And
on
now
a
it's going to
second.
try to bite you.
It may
I'm gonna
still
use
be.
19.
Armor of Hexus.
2. Tomb of Levistus.
No. It hits.
That hits you. The jaw sinks into your shoulder and rips out aggressively as you will take 8 points of piercing damage. And... oh, it's all of its attacks get that bonus.
Yeah.
35 points of necrotic damage.
Ah.
I'm unconscious.
You all watch as he goes into the corner with the creature. Hear a gnawing and clawing sound as the creature is still blind, and then it starts crawling around the corner towards you, Forger. This time, blood dripping down its face.
Ugh.
The other one, I forgot to go. Luckily, he's just going to hit you, Corvus. Bite
No,
for 19. And claw.
And he's done.
no.
Oh, yeah, never mind. He doesn't hit
No,
anyways. Forge him.
It breaks once he takes damage.
Ah.
Oh, so he was no longer
It's
stunned.
not nearly as good
It's
as a
fine.
stun.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Fortrum, your go.
Well, I'm spinning the hammer. I'm like, I can't even believe. So I'm gonna try and spin the hammer, and I want to try and knock him this way. Do you see which way I'm pointing on the screen?
So you're doing a shove attack?
Well, you know how the hammer can like explode you in a direction?
Oh, yeah. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to...
So I'm trying to knock him that direction, hopefully.
All right, do it.
21.
That hits.
Okay. So 5 feet that
That's a
way.
Con save.
Yeah,
5
con
feet
save.
must make a con save. Yep.
Right. Oh, I guess you
22.
didn't
It
move
is not thrown. Ooh. It seems much more actively aggressive after what it just did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hit him again.
Go for it.
Maybe not.
15 misses. All done?
Yes.
All right. Arkin, your go.
She's paying more attention to me now. I guess
She's
I'll.
still focused on the thing that ate Sinclair. She's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other ability won't make much. Oh yeah. Yeah, because Corvus goes before I do. Yeah. I guess I'll just make a terrible swing with the axe and
Yes.
see what happens. Nope. 3. That's an unmodified D20
Whoa.
for me. No strength
Yeah.
modifier and no proficiency.
and no multi-attack. Yeah.
Isn't it great being first level again? No
Yeah.
spells, using
Yes.
axes.
You just
Oh.
smack into the wall next to you.
To be fair,
You're too big.
most first level characters at least have a modifier.
Yeah, I'm not first level. I'm a commoner at this point.
Well, yeah, you and then
Pretty
And
much.
then
Except those
Sinclair
hit points, I guess.
Yeah.
Sinclair can't cast spells, so yeah.
Just
It's a rough place to be at. Border. Scheiße. There's fuck.
I'll block for you.
You see fight or flight like triggers in her mind, Bishop. And then she Scheisse throws a firebolt over at the hungry. Ooh, it hits. And that is gonna be for 8 points of fire damage. There we go. Whew. Corvus.
Alrighty. Gonna try this again. Aha.
Yeah.
16's gonna miss.
16 just barely misses. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, what is this?
Wow.
I got one.
That hits for 18 points of damage. All done?
Yeah, I guess. Damn.
Bishop, your go.
Yep. Okay, here we go. I am gonna move And then my ring.
Yep,
So here to where Sinclair is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shove the healing potion in his down his gob.
The hungry watches you go over top of it and looks at you as action. Dunk, 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 dunk. Go ahead and roll it.
All right. Well, what is it? Is it 2D? I forget.
2d4 plus 2 for a basic healing potion.
Yeah.
Sinclair, remember there's no negatives, so you're at 0.
And
Now you're at 8.
I get an extra 4 as my ring glows. Because I have the alchemist ring.
Yeah!
It does specify anytime I consume it.
Yup.
Regardless if it's shoved
Yes,
in my
that
throat
is
or not.
correct.
I'm
So,
at
Bishop,
12.
you make him drink the entire potion, and as the hungry watches that, you were watching as the drifting necrotic energy around it was subsiding, and now it's invigorated yet again with that massive amount of energy.
Yeah.
And I just snap my jaw and I'm like, oh, that hurt.
And
Bishop,
as you
go
come
ahead.
to, you smell the sweet aroma of coffee. All right.
Oh, I could use some of that right now.
All right,
Which
Bishop,
I knew
all
was
done?
a consequence. Yeah, I knew it was a consequence, but I couldn't leave him. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm done.
All right. Sinclair, you're here. You're lying on the ground, but you're here. And there is a massive gash in your side. Just,
Where's that bastard at?
you hear
But keep in
breathing
mind,
up here.
I can use you as a shield if
Yeah,
I need
Bishop.
to. So. I was just gonna say, Sinclair, keep in mind I can use you as a meat shield if I need to. So.
I'm gonna walk over to where it went towards. I'm like, you asshole. And because I'm flanking with Fordrum, I get advantage.
Go for it.
But I no longer have curse on him.
Oh, yeah, that goes away if you go in time.
Yep. So here is Katana Strike. Actually, no. I'm not going to strike him. I'm going to do something even better.
Cast a spell.
Actually, no, spell-like ability. Ray of Sickness from my
Go ahead.
augment.
Ooh, ray
And
of
disregard the
sickness.
self-healing.
A ray of sickening greenish energy lashes out towards the creature. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes the damage, which is 23. Ugh. Good damage. Good damage. Oh, it's looking hurt now. And must make a con save or be poisoned. Con save!
It's good.
16. It is successful.
That's fine.
Hey, good chunk of damage. All done?
Until it bite me.
Okay. It does say that. And it is going to attempt to bite you with advantage.
I'm going to Tomb of Levistus now.
There you go.
As he bites into a solid piece of ice. Fuck that. I'm not taking another hit.
Set up your temporary hit points, because we need to know if that goes through your temporary hit points. We are looking at
I get
12 piercing.
110 temp.
Oh, that's good. 12 piercing.
There we go.
And 26, 44, 60, 70 necrotic.
Okay,
So
so
that's a total of 82 points against your tomb as you call forth the erecting embodiment of ice to protect you. Its teeth sink into it very deep.
I just look at Forge and like, it's gonna eat me.
and then a 12 for the claw. It swings wide and gets hooked on Fordrum's shield.
So, is it stuck in the ice, or is it just...
Sinclair's in the ice.
It's not in the ice. Sinclair's in the ice.
And I had this hopeful dream in my head that its face was so close that it almost got him, but he was stuck in the big block of ice.
Almost. He just gnawed through most of that ice.
Oh my
The
god.
other one on you, Fordrum.
Other one?
Yeah, the one on... Not Fordrum,
I mean,
Corvus.
Corvus.
17 misses. Or, sorry, 15 misses. 10 misses. All right, Fordrum, your go.
Lady, you can use as much fire on this thing as you want. I'm immune.
Joey, it takes poison
Yeah.
damage now, right?
It already took the poison damage. It
Does it not
succeeded
take it
its
at the end of its
con
turn?
No, it takes the initial damage and that's it.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
okay.
don't know what the poison condition is.
Disadvantage on attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
Fordrum.
Yeah. Do I have advantage because I'm being flanked?
Oh,
Or I mean, because he's on the other side of it?
What condition are you in
Incapacitated.
under the... Then no, he is not threatening.
Because he's in the...
He's literally in a block of ice. He's not threatening. Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
stuck
okay.
there.
I just had high hopes, that's all.
I'm sorry.
I understand.
Hopes.
Yeah.
Gotta
so
have
I'm
high hopes for a living.
do the best that I can. I'm gonna two hands and try and whack this guy. I'm even gonna use... Oh, so I don't have advantage. Normal attack. I'm using my precision attack to just whack.
A mole.
27
Whoo, that hits.
or 11.
11 points of damage on that one. Good chunk. It's looking pretty hurt now.
21. Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong button. Sorry. It's this one. 18.
Hedges gabble.
for 14.
18 still hits.
Cool.
You were superiority dying again.
I did. I don't want to miss. I'm gonna action surge and hit him 2 more times too.
Yes! You're a fighter.
21 for
21 hits.
18.
Whew.
16.
16 just barely misses.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no.
You get... No?
That's
No.
it.
No? You get multiple good sweeping chunks into the creature's back while it is focused on trying to gnaw on Sinclair. And after all of your onslaughts against it, the blood oozing out of it in these thick, rolling, cold tides, it slowly rotates its entire upper torso, which is its head, to look at you. All done?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Argon.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a swing again.
Go for it.
Nope,
We're looking for that natural 20.
that's what I'm hoping for. I just
Swing
want
and
to
a
quit
miss.
once.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'd be beautiful. All done?
Yeah, that's it.
You're useless. She'll call out, dropping concentration on the spell. You! And she's going to cast Greater Invisibility, which is a 4th level spell on you, Corvus.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, guys. Who wants to roll the D1000?
I thought it was tier 5 magic only. Yeah, you said
I
level
thought it was
5
above
magic.
tier 3, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that's
I
not
thought
the
it was-
right. It's not the right school of magic.
But I want to roll a D1000 if that happens.
E1000.
Yeah, it's 4th level or higher.
Oh, okay.
It's 4th level or higher. Yeah. So
Just
yeah, roll that
anytime me and
D1000
Bishop
for
tries to cast a spell, it's max
Mhm.
cast.
Oops. Sorry.
Holy fuck us.
What am I doing wrong?
Do it.
Isn't
Slash
it?
R.
Slash
Slash
R.
Slash R.
Oh, slash R. Space D1000?
D1000.
Yep. D1000.
No, it's
Should've-
slash R.
It did.
Oh, it went. Okay.
It took a minute.
Sorry. All right, I have to scroll down to 671.
Very good year.
Wasn't there.
I was a bit mad myself.
She casts the spell on you, Corvus, and you immediately become invisible. But then she looks up at the sky and just starts screaming in fear nonstop, not able to stop screaming. Corvus.
Well, that's not great. So I'm invisible, right? So I would have advantage on these attacks?
Yes.
Yes, sir, and it's greater invisible, so
You don't break it. They're
Nice.
attacking.
Noise.
but now she's just screaming nonstop. That hits. 99 problems, but one hit. 17
20.
and
Well,
12.
one of those was accidental.
All right, so 17 points on that one. All right, and then it was 12. Ooh, it's looking a little rough
42.
now.
Yeah.
Lots of damage. All done?
Yep.
Bishop.
Alrighty. So it's time to pull out the 5th level, and we're going to Eldritch Blast. Just
Go for it.
keeping you on the toes. Yeah. Right, and 18.
That hits.
All right. For 11, and move him 15 feet toward Chicky-Doo, Caberta.
And she's just still screaming while looking at the sky.
I gotta get him away from Sinclair, who will probably
Okay.
walk up to him again next time. All right.
No, you don't have to worry about that. I don't thaw out until the end of my next turn.
Okay, good.
So thank you for getting him away from me. Does that
Listen, he's a real
force
good tank for
provoke?
one turn.
Right.
No, it
Nice.
does not.
Okay.
Force movement does not provoke. 27 hits.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice.
That's
There
a
we
good
go.
damage die. That is a good damage. It is looking really rough now. The onslaughts of pummelings into its back. It is barely holding on, but it is invigorated. It is excited to chomp at the bit. Fordrum being the bit.
Fordrum. It's closer to Coberta.
19.
Good point.
Um,
Are you going to keep pushing
So-
it?
no, he's gonna be. We're leaving it there.
Yeah.
19 to hit for 8 damage.
Oh, it's
And then I'm gonna-
there.
Push it 5 feet closer to Fordrum with telekinesis.
Why me? Fucker.
All done.
It'll be okay. Yeah. Oh, he has to make a strength. Hold on. He doesn't automatically move that 5. He has to do a. I don't remember if it's con or strength.
Who's con?
Either way, it was an at one.
Well, it has to be the intended roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell me which one it is.
Too many tabs open.
I would love it so
Strength-
much. Bishop
it's
just
strength
threw the
check.
monster on her and just.
Yeah, strength. It is strength.
It is strength, so 22. It is successful.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, Sinclair, you are thawed at the end of your turn.
Yep.
the hungry. I'm going to roll a d2. 1 is Fordrum, because we don't like ones. 2 is Caberta.
Of course.
Got to make it as fair as possible. It comes raking over towards you, but you notice the drifts of necrotic essence seems to have drifted off of it this round. Bite. 10 misses. Claw. 14
Miss.
misses. Corvus, against you, disadvantage.
22 misses.
Sorry, I got my hopes up for a
You
second.
know you're not allowed to hit him.
I know. It's only natural 20s, and then everybody goes, "You're so mean." All right, Fortune, your turn.
This isn't Friday where I can commit 3 of them.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna pound on him some more.
Go ahead and pound him real good. 24
7
hits for
points.
7 bonk. Oh, you slam across his jaw, and the entire body is moving like jello, just barely holding on. Fortune, how do you want to do this?
Yes. So I clank him into the hip because that's as high as I can reach, and it kind of cracks and his body jellos. And then I spin the hammer around up as his face kind of comes down because his hip is broke. I hit him in the face on an upswing, knocking him backwards onto his back.
You all watch as he flips up into the air, thrusted forward, and collapses down in a heap and pile in and on itself. Oh, it is dead.
And then I look
Anything
up.
else, Fortune? Yeah.
I look up to see if whatever she's screaming at, like, is there a meteor coming or?
I was wondering when
No.
somebody's gonna do that.
There's nothing up there. It's just a sunshiny day. Honestly, it's beautiful. Little bits of clouds, but nothing that bad.
Does that look like
Other
looks like a
than-
bunny?
That would be frightening.
Fucking bunnies.
Maybe she has a thing about bunnies.
About Peter Cottontail. Alrighty, Arkin, your go.
So I'm gonna assume she's pretty thoroughly distracted by screaming
Yes.
up. All right. So I'm gonna try and sneak in a firebolt.
Fireball?
Firebolt.
Ah, fireball.
I'm just tired of being
Yeah,
useless.
that hits. 20 points. A large chunk just thrusting the creature backwards.
Ah, Hagen, forgot you were here.
I'm on a leash, remember? That's it.
All right. She is going to start firing fire bolts into the air, screaming and shooting them upwards. Corvus, your turn.
Still invisible, right? Just making sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah, she
All
has
right.
not lost concentration.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that hit. That hit. That hits.
Yeah.
That hits. Woo, it is bloody, just barely still standing after the onslaught of your flame tongue against it.
43.
So many.
Yeah, that's all I
Assume
got.
you're all done. Bishop, your go.
Damn. We're gonna go to here. And yeah, Eldritch Blast. Because yeah, I'll do that. Oh, I have to take off thingamajiggy, right?
Advantage.
Take
but
off
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
But
Advantage.
21 still hits.
Cool.
It's good just to leave advantage toggled because I know which one to read.
Okay.
11, how do you want to do this?
as its mouth is like gaping open, you see this little tiny, it looks like a pebble shoot out of Bishop's hand, and it gets bigger and bigger, like a rock going, just choking at the back of the throat.
The rock slams into the creature, causing it to gag on itself before slamming down to the ground in a heap, incapacitated.
I
And
go
everybody,
up to.
we are out of combat, and you
Go up to-
hear Kaborda is still screaming nonstop, shooting her fire bolts.
I go up to Koborda with a piece of the wool and shove it against her mouth and say, "Shut up, or you drag more of them to us." And I'm going to intimidate her.
Your intimidation does nothing in this state.
She's insane.
I'm
going to just come up and give her like a couple like healthy slaps.
And while they're doing that, I'm
All
gonna
right.
walk over to Fordrum.
Okay.
She loses concentration on her spell, and immediately she stops screaming. Ah!
I pull the full wool out of her mouth.
Thank you. Good job, everybody. Seems you have been successful. She stands up. Okay. Good. Let us go and continue on our journey, shall we?
And while they're doing that, I have my back to them, and I'm with Fordrum, and Master Jingles pokes his little head out. Maybe you should create a device that makes it look like a giant boomstick for Argon. Something that, doesn't do anything, but perhaps looks like it does something so that he doesn't have to punch.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Let me work on that. Yeah. That's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
So
I can make pew pew sounds. Pew pew.
So Joey, have I ever seen anything like that?
What she just did?
No, like a blunderbuss or a pistol or something that I can disguise as a.
They have
I mean,
like anything like
Were
that in
there
Whitestone?
cannons on the ship?
You
saw it in the
did
box.
see in Whitestone. Yes, in Whitestone. You saw all of them with boomsticks marching around. They had an entire fleet of soldiers with that. So yes, you have.
Okay.
And the guy who
You
received
could
the
replicate
package
something
here.
that looks like it. You cannot craft that specific item though, but you
No.
can make something that looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That is a specific class feature that I'm not going to deprive them of.
That's fine.
No, but at least then Argon can shoot a
Firebolt through it.
Yeah.
Make me a really big one I can fireball 3 times and
Say hello to my little.
the shoulder mounted cannon.
Pseudo bazooka.
And on that joyous
think-
note with all of this.
I'm going to be pushing the chair.
And
by pushing, I mean the chair's going to be slightly behind her at all times. And I'm going to be standing on the back little prongs that I have on it.
And as a player, I'm going to
Gotcha.
wonder why you have not mounted cannons on either side of the chair yet.
Technically, I am the cannon. I just don't have a good enough cantrip
So
right
anyway.
now.
She will gather the others. Alright, all of you, come on out. Come on out. Come on. We're moving again. The immediate threat is done, but we need to get away from this point. I fear that the wild magic surge may call other creatures towards us. So make haste. Come on. Let's go. Alrighty. Big fella. Looks over at you, Argon. I hate to impose, but I have very little legs. Do you mind if I catch a ride on your shoulder?
Sure. I'll
Thank
lift
you.
her up.
Thank you for the special accommodations. You are really bad at hitting things. Are you missing something?
I've been pushing the
like, you
chair
wear
all day. I was
glasses.
tired.
well, we need to get you in better shape, and we need to get you better workers. Looks at you, Corvus. Though I have to say, your swordsmanship was remarkable, sir. That was quite something. I didn't realize you were slightly undertrained. That's why I wanted to grant you that advantage of being unseen. Sorry for the screaming, though.
It was a long trip. Got a little rusty on the way here, I guess.
At least I'm not the only
Yes,
one she made fun of.
Oh, I am not making fun of you. I am evaluating your capabilities. I think if you were a less capable group, you'd all end up like your friend over there. And points at Sinclair.
Yeah, the mangled huge nod on. Yeah.
So
We were warned
good
about
job.
using magic out here, so I'm trying not to use it, but it hurts not using it.
You have to use calculated risks, like I did. I figured he would be much more advantageous, and the risk of something bad happening was just necessary. So that is all. Be afraid of casting, but be calculative. If you are capable of casting as such powerful magics as I am. I just recently learned the 4th school of magic of that level, so I am quite an accomplished mage myself.
I'm just a really old butler.
She's very proud of that. Which, keep in mind, she's the top 1% of all mages in the world being able to cast 4th level spells.
I will nod at her, suitably impressed with that magical power.
We should get you a shorter mount for me to ride up here, make my ride much easier. Anyways.
So now I gotta carry her and Sinclair?
Nope, I'm on the chair.
Which I
chair.
provide the locomotion for.
No, I am. I said I would.
You can't.
No,
Oh.
it does not physically move. He has to mentally command it. This entire time he's been thinking to the chair, move. And like letting it keep moving. It's, yeah. But anyways, guys. I think that's where we're going to call the session. Welcome to Isocross, everybody.
Or short rest.
Not a bad first wild magic surge to happen out here. We'll see everybody next week. Goodbye.